It's reassuring to have a dragon on our side. Together, we can restore peace to the world.
It is my privilege to join the legendary Hero King in battle. I will give the effort my all.
You know, Nell, you remind me of my sister. You share her kindness and conviction.
I did not know you had a sibling. Think of me as her stand-in, then, if it pleases you. Marth, if you will indulge me, I would like to know what it is that drives you to fight.
I dream of a world without suffering. I suppose I fight in order to make that dream a reality.
I feel a strong kinship with you. I would proudly put my strength toward this dream of yours.
Thank you, Nell. I feel the same way. Let's keep working together for the sake of our vision.
How curious that you, who once served a divine dragon, now fight alongside a fell dragon.
It is an interesting little twist of fate, isn't it? I think it's wonderful. It's no good to eat such acidic food all the time. You should try to round out your nutrition a bit.
I suppose if someone is going to mother me, it may as well be an ancient and ageless emblem. I have noticed you treat me the same way you treat the little ones, even though I am a dragon.
I try to see people for who rather than what they are. Is there something wrong with that?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, I find your company quite pleasant because of it.
I'm glad. I hope we can continue to get to know each other for a long time to come.
I hear that you are as stout of heart as you are strong. I look forward to working with you now.
The same to you, Emblem Sigurd. I have heard tell of your great skill and nobility as a knight.
Your close bond with the Four Winds reminds me of many of my own friendships.
I would be curious to hear tales of your friends and allies, if you are willing to indulge me.
I heard you held strong through quite a terrible hardship. You have my sincerest respect.
I would do anything for the sake of my brother. I do not consider it to be a terrible hardship.
Familial bonds are strong and everlasting. I know that all too well.
Let us ensure that our bond will be equally powerful and enduring, Emblem Sigurd. You are incredibly wise for a human, Leaf. I see why they call you the Sage Lord.
If I seem so, I credit my education. I was rather shamefully ignorant in my youth.
I hear you were unable to wield your family's holy weapon. That must have been difficult.
For a time, I felt inadequate. But eventually I realized that one's will is what truly matters.
I apologize for rudely raising such a delicate issue earlier. But it reminded me of my brother.
No need to apologize. Speaking with you makes me nostalgic. You remind me of an old friend, someone who often spoke sternly, sometimes even harshly, but only ever out of kindness.
Perhaps, with your continued instruction, I can someday be as wise as this old friend of yours. Your hair shines bright like fire. It is a beacon on the battlefield.
Thank you. It comes from my father, so you could say I'm proud of it. An entire shaker, Nell? I can't imagine any food needing that much salt.
It is a pity you will never be able to taste my gift to culinary advancement. You always face danger without any hesitation. I wonder if you even have the capacity for fear.
Of course I feel fear. Courage is just deciding that something else is more important. For me, that's fighting alongside my friends. I want to help and protect them.
I understand. And I hope that you will consider me to be one of those friends. You possess admirable composure, Lynn. I can tell that you have lived an authentic life.
All I'm doing is following the sound of the wind in my heart. But thank you for the compliment. I have to admit now, I'm a little taken aback by how much spicy food you eat.
I am sorry to alarm you. I cannot taste my food unless it has some heat to it. Thank you for your aid in the last battle. Your ability to deal with foes at range is remarkable.
We each have our skills. I'm happy to lend you mine whenever I can.
Your skill is so impressive to behold and it leaves me keenly aware of my flaws.
I have my share of those as well. We all do. That is why we lean on each other.
Your disposition is softer and more elegant than mine. Perhaps I should learn from you.
Just go on being yourself, Nell. I am not doing anything special. I do not enjoy fighting, if I am honest. I only do it to secure us all a better future.
Your distaste for fighting exemplifies your kindness. Your motive to fight, all the more. I must admit that your gentle disposition initially worried me. I thought you would be easily hurt, but I see now why the little ones revere you, Erica. Your heart is both warm and strong.
You humble me. But if I have left such an impression on you, then I am grateful for it. I appreciate your empathy, and how fiercely you protect your loved ones. I am glad to know you.
Your performance was impressive in the last battle, Ike. I would say you are quite strong.
I prefer to say I'm always looking to get stronger.
Spar with me, Ike. I wish to see the source of your strength, if you will indulge me.
I'm not sure how you plan to see that from sparring, but sure, let's do it.
You say you are always looking to be stronger. I wonder what you will do with that strength.
No grand plans, other than to protect the people I care about. I've seen enough grief and loss. I don't want to see any more.
Perhaps that compassion is the root of your power. I will try to learn from your example.
I sense the warmth you feel for your younger brother. I know we're going to get along fine.
You possess a curiously powerful gift of insight. But I feel the same way.
I had someone who was like a little brother too. We look nothing alike, but he is very dear to me.
He is still your brother, even if there is little resemblance. Or have I missed some nuance? I heard that you have an unusually long lifespan. That is why your brother grew up ahead of you.
Something like that, yes. He was like a little brother, until he was bigger than me.
As a dragon, I understand this very well. It is sad to watch the little ones grow old.
I appreciate your empathy. It seems I was right to predict that we would get along.
I hear you have a history with fell dragons. Do not feel obligated to socialize with me.
I don't feel obligated, Nell. I'd like to get to know you as a person, not just as a fell dragon. Nell, as a token of our friendship, I've designed some clothing for you. Vander's handiwork.
A large, spicy pepper embroidered on the front. I suppose it does represent my preferences. Lucina, I am not skilled in handicrafts, but I made you this as a thank you for your gift.
You embroidered our faces on a banner? With "We Are Friends" over it? This is incredible! Thank you so much! I will treasure this moment and your friendship for all time.
I am glad to see that we have similar aesthetic taste, and I intend to do the same.
As a fellow dragon, I'm happy to put my power toward helping you end this war.
With you by my side, I feel at ease. Indeed, let us work together to bring about peace. I would like to know more about you, Corin. I understand you have many siblings.
Oh, I'd love to tell you all about them, but you'll have to tell me some of your stories, too.
I hear you risked your life for the sake of your brother.
I did something very similar once.
Rafal is precious to me. I wanted to protect him. Above all, I wanted him to feel accepted.
I felt the same. I also felt the need to accept all the consequences of the path I'd chosen.
Much occurred between you and your siblings, from the sound of it. You must tell me more.
You seem like you may be harboring some kind of resentment for the Divine Dragon, Lady Nell.
If that is how it appears, then I must reflect upon it and change. Thank you for telling me. You have a mysterious air, Byleth. Others must misinterpret your feelings on occasion.
I suppose so.
Whenever that happens, I find that open and honest communication is the key.
Despite my best efforts, I find myself speaking harshly to the Divine Dragon on occasion.
It takes time to get comfortable expressing your feelings. I know that from personal experience. I found that the more I talked to my students, the more easily expression came.
Perhaps I simply need to socialize more then. Thank you, Byleth. I will make an attempt. At last, Tiki, we are reunited. It is my honor to fight by your side.
I must have slept a real long time. Well, I'm happy to be back. I don't remember who put me to sleep. I only know they had gentle hands, like yours.
Gentle hands, you say? If it is all right with you, Tiki, I would like a hug.
Of course. I feel so safe with you. I think the gentle hands had to be yours.
So you do recall my sending you to slumber? Well, I am glad you are back with us for good.
Me too. Now we'll never be apart.
You seem tired, Lady Nell. Maybe it's time for a meal break.
Thank you for your concern. Perhaps I will find some fruit that suits my palate. I feel quite safe in your presence, Hector. It seems I rely on you instinctively.
I'm glad to hear that, Lady Nell. Whenever you need me, I'll be here.
I can be somewhat overprotective of those I see as family. I wonder if you can relate.
Sort of. I was the younger kid, so it was always my older brother taking care of me. Don't be too hard on yourself, though, Lady Nell. I'll bet they appreciate you looking out for them.
Thank you for saying so. It would seem my kind and yours have similar thoughts on the subject.
You journeyed across worlds for the sake of strangers? You are a peculiar one.
You are as severe as ever, Emblem Soren. I came here for the sake of the Divine Dragon. It seems I have been rude to the Divine Dragon again, despite my best efforts.
How is it you managed to keep repeating the same mistake? If you ever want to be close with the Divine Dragon, consider your words more carefully.
I am well aware that I should, and yet I continue to fail at it, despite my awareness. I suppose you do not understand how it feels, for your words not to match your intent.
I don't. But if you want my opinion, you should just be honest and direct about your emotions.
How nostalgic it feels to speak with you again. It has been some time.
It's been a long while since Lethos Castle, hasn't it? I'm glad to be back with you. I remember feeling calm and safe when you put me into slumber. Do you still have that power?
In this world, I am afraid not. But I could sing you a lullaby if you wish. It is rare for you to approach me, Robin. You are typically absorbed in your studies.
I was hoping you might sing me a lullaby. Crom said you did that for him.
Best sleep I've ever had. Send us off and we'll be nice and rested for the next battle.
Very well. Be sure not to oversleep. I do not want you sluggish when I call upon you.
You'd do anything for your brother, wouldn't you? I feel the same about my own family.
Thank you, Camilla. It is reassuring to know you understand.
It must have been hard to turn against your own father. I never had it in me.
It was a matter of necessity to protect my kin. The same can be said for you, I am sure.
A lifespan like yours truly lets you make the most of your relationships. I'm a little jealous.
True. But even my time is limited. That is why we cherish our time together, as I do with you.
Aw, I feel the same way. Even after time pulls us apart, I will always hold our memories dear.
Indeed. Let us pledge to remember one another, even unto eternity. It is an honor to know you, Emblem Dimitri. Thank you for lending us your aid.
The honor is entirely mine. I look forward to helping however I can.
I do not mean to pry, but I cannot fail to notice how lonely you seem, even among friends.
I assure you, that isn't the case. I do hope I haven't caused you undue concern.
Emblem, Claude informs me that you are incredibly self-reliant, almost to a fault. He believes it would be good for you to rely more upon your allies. I am inclined to agree.
I suppose that's true enough. I've been told the same by many throughout my life. It's merely my intention not to inconvenience anyone. I will try to keep your words in mind.
Speak with me a while, Veronica. As your ally, I would like to know more about you.
Very well. But if we are allies, then you must also tell me more of yourself. I hear you are quite close with your retainers, the Four Winds. I envy you.
The Four Winds and I are like family. Surely you have someone for whom you can say the same.
The Four Winds are not your family by blood. How do you treat them as such so easily?
While ties of blood are strong, I do not believe they are the only basis for familial bonds.
In that case, maybe you and I can become like family someday.
Perhaps we can. I already feel as though we are near to that goal.